Imagine a queen, the most powerful woman of her age, standing at the edge of her empire's collapse. The year is 30 BC. Rome's legions close in, betrayal surrounds her, and her fate is sealed. What were Cleopatra's last thoughts? What secrets did she whisper as her world fell apart? Tonight, we step back into the shadows of history to relive the tragic final hours of Egypt's last pharaoh. Cleopatra's downfall began with a single battle, the Battle of Actium. Once a queen who commanded fleets and armies, she watched her empire unravel in a single disastrous defeat. Her navy was crushed, her alliances shattered. Even her closest generals began to question her. Octavian, Rome's rising power, marched swiftly on Alexandria. Cleopatra's golden city, a symbol of knowledge and wealth, now stood as a besieged fortress. Hope dwindled, and whispers of betrayal spread through her court. Desperate, Cleopatra tried one last gamble: diplomacy. She offered Octavian riches, her throne, even herself as a political ally. But Octavian had no interest in negotiation. He wanted only one thing: total conquest. As the walls closed in, tragedy struck even closer to home. Mark Antony, her lover, her general, her last hope, fell on his own sword, believing Cleopatra already dead. When word reached her, Cleopatra's grief turned to resolve. If Rome would take everything, she would at least decide how her story ended. Cleopatra refused to be paraded in chains through Rome. Instead, she crafted a plan, one final act of defiance. In the quiet of her chambers, she summoned her most trusted handmaidens. Together, they prepared for a death worthy of a queen. Some accounts say she secured an asp, a venomous Egyptian cobra, hidden inside a basket of figs. Others whisper of poison carefully prepared in a vial. The truth may never be known, but what is certain, Cleopatra would not allow Rome to dictate her end. In her final hours, Cleopatra reclined upon a golden couch, dressed not in mourning, but in splendor, as though meeting eternity as a pharaoh, not a prisoner. Her handmaidens stayed by her side, loyal until the last breath. When Octavian's soldiers forced their way into her chambers, it was too late. Cleopatra lay lifeless, her handmaidens dying beside her. To the Romans, it was victory. But to history, it was legend.
A queen who chose her destiny rather than bow to an empire.
Octavian would go on to become Augustus, Rome's first emperor. Egypt would be absorbed into the empire, its independence gone forever. But Cleopatra's death gave her something greater than survival: immortality. Was it truly a snakebite? Or poison? Or perhaps Octavian's men silenced her, crafting a myth to suit Rome's narrative? The truth is shrouded in mystery, buried with her in a tomb still lost to history. Over 2,000 years later, Cleopatra's final hours still captivate us, not because of how she died, but because of how she lived, with defiance, with dignity, and with a will strong enough to echo through centuries. So, what do you believe? Did Cleopatra die by the bite of an asp, by poison, or was it all Roman propaganda? Tell us your theory in the comments below, and if you enjoyed stepping back into history, join us for more untold stories of the ancient world.